Well, welcome back. So, it's snowing like crazy outside. Well, it has started. Woohoo, it's cold out there. We have been on lockdown in this house for a couple of weeks now, and everybody, well, not a couple of weeks, 10 days. Everybody's had the flu. We're all better now, we're all recovered, but what we have in the house is what we have in the house. There was no prepping for no snow coming. So, we're gonna make a recipe I've made before. I've made it stovetop, but I wanna try this in a casserole form to see if it saves me any time, if it's easier, and if it is, then you guys win. If it isn't, you guys still win because you've lost nothing except for my time. So what are we gonna make? We're gonna make the egg roll casserole. So without further ado, let's get it, let's go. Let's get those pots, come on. All right, here we go. This is everything I dug out. I have some water chestnuts there. Don't know why I have them. Can't remember what they even taste like. So we're gonna throw those in today. We're gonna have some mushrooms, some wonton strips. You could use chow mein noodles if you like. I have some cabbage out there, an onion, sausage, some carrots. I'm gonna use some chicken broth. I have 2/3 cup of rice out there. I have a tablespoon of soy, 2 tablespoons of sweet and sour. I don't have that. So this concoction back here, I'll tell you what that is when we get to it. I have 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar, a teaspoon of sesame oil, a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of garlic, and that's it, I think. I think I said everything. So the concoction that I made for the sweet and sour is 2 tablespoons ketchup, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon rice vinegar, or white vinegar if you have it, or any vinegar, whatever you got, sweet and sour. First thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna start working on that cabbage. Okay, so the recipe says cut them in like 1-inch pieces. I'm just gonna do whatever I please. I'm gonna cut them down, maybe into strips, and then just hunk it up, just like that, just pieces. As I do this, I'm gonna drop them into my sink so that they can soak, because we don't want any bugs, we don't want any dirt, sand, whatever in our food. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so this is the last piece that I have. I hope that wasn't looking blue. My lighting was set on blue. I don't know why. But we're done. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the carrot going so that everything is all chopped up. We don't have to stop. I'm just gonna cube these up. I'm not gonna matchstick them because I tried. It was a pain in the behind. So I'm just gonna cube them up with the chopper. Just like that. Whoa. All right, I tried to make these like matchsticks using this portion of my chopper. It was not working out. So I'm just gonna make them in little cubes like this. Chop them however you want. I'll show you what they're gonna look like. So nice big chunks. It's gonna be in there for a little while. All right, chop that up and I'll show you when it's done. All right, so that's the last of them. I cut some of them in half that were really fat. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna dice up this onion. I'm not gonna show you me doing that. I'm just gonna dice it up because it's just an onion. All right, that's all done. We're gonna move over to the stove and we're gonna brown up the sausage. All right, that sausage did not want to come out of that package. I had to fight it. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna brown up the sausage. And when this is all done, we're gonna set it aside. All right, while it's over there doing its thing, this is a cup of chicken broth, bouillon, and water. I'm going to add the soy, the vinegar, sesame oil, and this is the sweet and sour mixture that I made. Just going to stir it up a little bit. Going to add that to it. All right. Now we're going to give that a big old mix. Let's get back to things. All right, I'm going to set these aside. It didn't make very much oil in here, so I might have to add a little bit of olive oil so I can like toast up the aromatics and the onions. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil because I don't have much oil. All right, I'm going to add the onions in there. Whoops. And I'm going to add some carrots in there, let them soften just a bit while the onions are cooking. All right, I'm going to add, that was the ginger and the garlic. I think I'm going to add a little bit more garlic than that. I feel like it needs a little bit more garlic, like a good old healthy plop of it or two. Okay, just going to give the carrots a good little toss around in there. Just for a minute or two, and then we'll start assembling. Just gotta let the onion soften just a little bit. All right, I added a handful more of carrots in here because I feel like it needs more carrots. Because I made a little bit extra cabbage. All right, so those are just stirred together. They're softened, they're not cooked. We're gonna start assembling now. I almost forgot the other vegetables. Gonna put the mushrooms in that we're gonna have. And then I have this watercress. I don't know if that's a vegetable or not, but we're gonna add that in there. And we're just gonna stir these around a little bit, let it catch up to the rest. All right. Almost forgot. Now we're gonna start assembling. Alrighty, so I have sprayed the pan down. We're gonna put some of the cabbage in here. Now cabbage cooks down, so be prepared to mush and do everything you gotta do to get this in here. Okay? It really does cook down. All right, so I have that in there. I just ripped it up a little bit because it was kind of bulky. Gonna add some of the vegetables. I might have enough for like a pan and a half considering how much cabbage I chopped up. But we'll see. Okay. Put some of that down there. Then we're gonna add some of the sausage. Okay, another layer of the cabbage. So in the bowl of the seasonings, I mixed the rice in there. I want to get some of it out and put it in here. Go, and then we'll add some to the top. Oops. Okay, so now we're gonna put another layer down. All right, so now we're gonna add some more cabbage. And we're gonna mush it down because it's gonna cook down trust me, you'll have at least half of what you started with. Okay. Somehow we're going to get all this food into this pan. And when I told you, the recipe says mush it down, it says mush it down. Okay. Let me zoom you out a little bit. It looks awful dark. There's so much snow outside and it's so dark in here. It's really hard to see. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. All right. Okay. And we're going to add the rest of this. I'm going to put the rest of the rice I took out of the liquid so I can mush it down. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add this juice over top. And we're going to cover that and put it in the oven for about 40 minutes. All righty. Whoop. Here we go. Let's see what's going on under there. About halfway through the cooking time, I kind of stirred it up a little bit. So some of the stuff that was on the top could get to the bottom. Whew. Wow, look at that. Oh my word, that looks yummy. All right, so now we have the wontons. Boy, that's hot. We want to put some wontons on top. Let me get that. All righty. So we gave that a nice little stir. Look at all that stuff in there. And the smell is so good. And it sucked up the broth. I did add about 3/4 of a cup more chicken broth because I had a lot of cabbage and it still wasn't done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our wontons and we're going to sprinkle these across the top and we're going to throw them in the oven for just a few minutes because we don't want to lose all the crunch. We want some of that crunch. Like your egg roll wrapper, it's not crunchy, but that's what the wontons are supposed to be like. I don't even know if we need to put it in the oven, but I'm gonna just for a minute. Because some of the steam hit the noodles. Ugh. We took those back out. Doesn't look like much of a difference in the camera, but here it's done. I'm gonna get this plated up. I'm gonna meet you there. And there's my plate. I'm gonna meet you at the table.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
Dinner time! I can't wait to eat. That's so funny because I say it all the time and I don't mean it. So I got some soy sauce and I got a little bit of duck sauce over here. But we just want to go away to give it a try. A little bit of everything. I can't really see because I have my glasses on, but I'll get what I can. You ready? Mm-hmm. Let's go. Wait. I say wait because I thought it was gonna be hot. All right, go ahead. That's got a lot of flavor. I don't think it needs the soy sauce at all. I was telling Eric when I was little, I used to get the wide wontons and I'd walk around with a big jar of duck sauce and I would go downtown with my friends and I'd be walking, just eating it. So I want him to give it a try. Put a wonton on your spoon or even your food with a wonton. Wait, first try just a wonton.
Alright.
Here, take one of mine, it's on top. There, you got it? Just, that's what I would eat when I was a little girl. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
It is good. It is good. Now we'll try some on our food. You get yours and I'll get mine. I told him to get a spoon and I ended up with a fork. Hold that. Squeeze some on your food. Sorry. Got it? Take a little bit. It doesn't need the soy. That would be too much. It'd be overkill. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Mmm.
All right. Which way you like it better? Plain? Or that?
They're both really good.
Right, I think so too.
I'd have to go with plain though.
I can't decide, so I don't know how I made you, but yeah, it's good. All right, let me get everybody else fed now that we all have our regular bellies back and nobody's vomiting and fevers are all gone, right? All right, let me get the rest fed and we'll tell you what they think at the wrap up. Bye-bye. Dinner's over. How do we do? Boom! They did not finish. I am shocked that they ate as much as they did. It's very light. It's like eating an egg roll, so it's not very heavy. Let's see what the kids thought. You know what I'm surprised about, Eric?
What?
I'm surprised you didn't put hot sauce on it.
It was really good.
Oh, all right. Well, let me ask him now after I asked him a question. What'd you think about dinner?
I thought it was really good. I felt like it didn't really need anything else. It was just...
I guess that explains why he didn't put hot sauce on there.
It had a lot of flavor.
Awesome. Aiden, what'd you think?
I really enjoyed it.
Tyler, what'd you think?
This was absolutely good. I appreciate your dinner. You did a very good job.
Yeah, he ate 2 massive plates. He ate a lot. I'm surprised he doesn't have a tummy ache. I enjoyed it. I really, really did. It didn't need anything else. Nothing. It was fine the way it was. My only critique was I probably could have cooked it quicker, stovetop than in the oven. But if you need to be hands-free, this is the deal. So there you have it. I hope you try it. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment either way. See you later. Bye.